Hi guys, so for our General Chemistry Week 3 lab, today we will be creating homemade volcano reactions. So just some background info before we get into it. Acid and base reactions occur all around us. Our bodies are full of acid and bases that constantly interact. So today we're going to be doing an acid and base experiment and hopefully make a bit of a mess. And so the materials we will need will include some paper towels, vinegar, which will be our weak acid, baking soda, which will be our weak base, just any form of water bottle. And so now let's get into it. So first, I am cutting my paper towels in half just because I'm going to fill it with baking soda and then have to get it to fit into this bottle cap. So I'm just pouring some of the baking soda I had in another paper towel when realizing that it was too big of a piece. So if you think your paper towel is too big, it probably is. So now with my baking soda filled onto the piece of paper towel, I'm just gonna fold it in like a small little figure. Which it didn't fit, so luckily I pre-cut some other paper towels. So this is what I'll be working with. And so I'm just gonna fold that up. Hopefully this will fit. Oh, already making a mess. This will be great. Okay, success, got it to fit, like I said. The smaller the piece, the better. Okay, so now that I have my base in my bottle, I'm gonna pour my acid in and we will see what happens. So before I do that, as the vinegar hits the bottom and acid reacts with the base, I just wanted to go over a possible prediction that we might see. I predict that we will see a fizzing and foaming and bubbling type of chemical reaction that may hopefully cause an eruption. But let's see what actually happens. Alrighty, so I don't have a funnel, but I would highly advise using one if you do have one. Oh, yes. Look at that explosion. And the fun mess I'm gonna have to clean after this. Well, that was a success. So that's great news. Let's go into a little bit of what happened. So as we saw, and as we can still see, we see a whole bunch of bubbling and foaminess, and it kind of just fizzing up. So that is due to the chemical reaction that we created by creating a new substance of carbon dioxide. So with that new substance that we created this chemical reaction by mixing the acid and base and then creating that carbon dioxide, which is a gas, and then is the result of the foaminess that we saw, hence the explosion. So that was super exciting. And I mean, I can successfully say that my prediction was correct, so that's great. And so moving forward, the volcano eruption occurred because it was a mixture of the baking soda, the base, which is also a sodium hydrogen carbonate, and it underwent a decomposing reaction when it was exposed to the vinegar, which is the acid, also known as a diluted acetic acid. And with that, our base contains an OH or hydrogen atom, also known as hydronium, whereas our acid contains the other H or a 1 hydrogen, and together then join to form water. So they tend to break away from the acid and base to react in the way that we saw. So in this experiment, the base and acid react to release the OH and H to create water, releasing carbon dioxide gas, which was shown by the bubbles and foam, which was seen. And so I believe that with the chemical reaction that we saw, also had to do with the amount that was used. And that is probably also due to why we saw, I feel like if I didn't put enough vinegar or baking soda in this bottle, we might not have had the full eruption, might have just seen the foaminess, but I kind of sort of overdid it. So glad it all worked out, glad it was a success. I apologize for the technical errors with the mess and my phone sliding, but thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.